course he does. Of course he does. And he's going to be working with them again for sure. Well, if that 300 prequel series comes about, he's going to be working with them again for sure. And obviously, when it came to the previous regime, yeah, fuck those people. And they're all essentially gone except for Peter Safran. Uh-oh. So we got Zack Snyder, of course, making the rounds. He was making the rounds, doing some press, doing some interviews, and talking about, obviously, Rebel Moon and the director's cuts, but naturally he was going to be asked about where the superhero genre, specifically DC and James Gunn and Superman, what is happening, what are your thoughts of the things that you have seen right now? And he was asked about Superman, his thoughts specifically about the Superman suit. I'm gonna say that let's see it in the movie. I'm interested to see how it works, as a piece of storytelling. Yeah, but I'm excited to see it. Now, naturally, when it comes to fanboys and girls out there who are, well, Gunn fans, Snyder fans, what do they do best? Well, they'll see some quotes or they'll see something like that, and then they'll rearrange it or cater it to feed their narratives. So naturally, when you have Gunn fans, they were saying stuff like, oh, wow, the cult is not going to like this, talking about the Snyder cult. And then, of course, you have Snyder fans that are saying that he's secretly shitting on the Superman suit. Just stop. Stop it. Stop pitting these two together. You don't need to do that. Him saying, hey, wait to see the movie. Yeah, that's kind of where a lot of us are at. Yeah, he probably looked at it and went, yeah, it doesn't look that great, but you never know. Could look better on the big screen because guess what? Zack is a filmmaker and he knows that sometimes when you see stuff like that, when you see it just like, yeah, it looks like this, it's not going to look as good as it does on the big screen. I always love it when, and I've seen this happen before because the more diehard Snyder fans, they always try to do that thing where they kind of cater his quotes to fit their narratives. And I'm like, okay, Zack is like the nicest guy in the world. Why are you trying to make him sound like an asshole? Don't make him sound like an asshole. He's not an asshole, and he's not going to be shitting on something. He's not secretly shitting on something. He's just kind of going like, yeah, this is my thoughts. I'm excited to see what happens, to see what it looks like on the big screen. He also talked about this in the same interview, and a lot of the diehards out there probably didn't like this one. I didn't see too much response to this because, well, I can understand why. Zack Snyder has no animosity towards Warner Brothers. I love Warner Brothers, honestly, as a studio. I love the logo. I love the pedigree. I spent 10 years there, so I have a great affection for the place. Of course he does. Of course he does. And he's going to be working with them again for sure. Well, if that 300 prequel series comes about, he's going to be working with them again for sure. And obviously, when it came to the previous regime, yeah, fuck those people. And they're all essentially gone except for Peter Safran. But, for the most part, they are all gone. Now, obviously got Zazzy Pants that is running the show right there. And he's not doing the best job. Definitely not doing the best job, but we got to remember that they allowed him to do Full Circle last year and play, of course, his trilogy of DC movies for his fans and allowed Zack Snyder's Justice League to be shown in an IMAX theater. And then, of course, this past week, same thing, allowed him to, of course, play those movies, screen those movies at the Egyptian. So obviously he doesn't have that. And yeah, he's going to be working with them again. I mean, I get it. I get it that there's people that still are holding to Warner Brothers. Yeah, sure. But again, it's not the same regime. So it does make sense. So we can relax. It's fine. Don't get too upset about it, please. But yeah, so we had those words to say about Superman suit and Warner Brothers.